So guys, just like every popular web series, a sword is now hanging over the finale of The Boys 2. The expectations people had from this season's episodes were honestly not fulfilled at all, because everyone thought that after getting V1, Homelander would go into absolute rampage mode and suddenly everything would become chaotic. But nothing like that really happened in episode 7, but there was one thing that very few people noticed, and today's video is exactly about that. Just how much pressure the final episode of The Boys' final season is under right now. Think about it. There's only one episode left, and still so many arcs and so much plot is left to cover. Now, the first issue is the runtime issue. Recently, it's been confirmed that the finale of The Boys' final season is only 1 hour and 5 minutes long. And honestly, that alone makes it clear that the ending of The Boys is in big trouble. Just look at episode 7 before the finale. Billy Butcher and Huey got captured, but Homelander gives the order not to kill them. He says, just get the location of their hideout out of them. Now, after chasing the boys for 5 whole seasons, suddenly Sage became Homelander's prime target. Instead of going after Billy, Homelander first went after Sage. But even the hideout sequence itself didn't make much sense. Like, once Homelander realizes that the room is protected with zinc containers, he immediately figures out that something suspicious is going on there. But then Frenchie distracts him. Still, after injuring Frenchie, why didn't Homelander just come back and break the container to kill Sage and Kimiko? That part was honestly weird. Now, some people might say that Frenchie threatened Homelander by saying Billy was coming there. But come on, how long would it really take? Homelander to kill one injured, Soup and a non-powered Sage? Especially when we literally saw Billy and Huey arrive much later. So first, Homelander leaves Billy just to kill Sage, and then leaves without killing Sage. Because of these inconsistencies, episode 8 now has insane pressure to fix and cover everything. But if you think that inconsistency was the problem, then trust me, you have no idea how many arcs episode 7 opened up that still need to be resolved. Episode 7 already had so many arcs that absolutely need proper conclusions. So let's talk about them one by one. Deep's arc is also unfinished. No matter how dumb or pathetic Deep may be, he has also been a victim of Homelander. Since season 1, all the original 7 members are either dead or left the 7, but Deep somehow survived through this roller coaster of a character arc. And now, after getting kicked out of the 7, he has no purpose left. So where does he go now? Does he leave the city and run away? Or does he finally turn against Homelander? Because Homelander took away his house, his purpose, his friends, everything. So Deep's story also needs focus. Otherwise, there was no point in keeping his chaotic character arc alive for this long. Now let's talk about Sage. This is probably the biggest question right now. How will Sage's arc be handled? Because her entire character motivation was that she wanted everyone destroyed. And to push that plan forward, she approached the boys so that Soldier Boy could kill Homelander. But now that the plan failed, has Sage started a redemption arc? Or is she still secretly moving forward with her original plan? Because Kimiko is clearly being prepared to help take Homelander down. So has Sage changed? Or is she still planning something bigger? That still remains unanswered. However, episode 7 did show us one important thing. Homelander now realizes that even after taking his father's help, people still don't see him as a god, and Homelander knows he's failing badly. At the same time, Soldier Boy rejected him despite all his efforts. He couldn't kill Sage, and he couldn't kill Billy or Huey either. So after all these failures, we still haven't seen Homelander's proper full rampage before his death. Now let's talk about the moral anchor. In episode 7, when Kessler exposes Billy's true nature through the symbiote form, Huey also starts doubting Billy. Now yes, they both escape together afterward, but the conversation between Huey and Billy still needs proper clarification. Because trust me, this is very important. In the Boys comics, there's a major moment between Billy and Huey where Billy finally reveals why he kept Huey by his side all this time and how much he truly trusts Huey's morals and humanity. Now let's quickly talk about Ryan too. Ryan's arc honestly worries me the most. This character has been part of the show since season 2, and yet he still hasn't done anything truly memorable. Season 5 tried showing the growing hatred between Ryan and Homelander, but after Ryan got injured, he also ran away from Billy. Now where did he go? What is he doing? Will he return in the finale? Will he be the one to deliver the final blow to Homelander? Or will his arc just be abandoned completely? That's still left unanswered too. Now let's come to Soldier Boy. In episode 7, Homelander literally chokelocked Soldier Boy in 2 minutes and put him back into cryo sleep. But one thing is clear, Soldier Boy is not dead. Homelander only knocked him unconscious and locked him back inside the cryo chamber. So now what happens with Soldier Boy? Will he simply remain there? Or will they bring him back one final time? Completely furious at his useless son, Homelander and ready to kill him? Honestly, while they are setting up Kimiko for that nuclear blast style payoff, I personally think it would be way more ironic if Soldier Boy is the one who delivers that blast directly to Homelander. And now let's talk about the ultimate face-off. This is the final showdown we've wanted since season 1. Billy Butcher vs. Homelander, an all-out battle where it's literally do or die. Because if this fight doesn't happen, then the entire point of the boys and Billy's revenge story completely dies. So this fight still has to happen. Lastly, let's talk about Annie and MM. Recently, in episode 7, there was a huge focus on MM's life and ideals. So will MM finally realize his greater good ideology by taking a final stand against Homelander and getting a heroic death? And Annie still has a major life decision left too. Because in the comics, Annie and Huey actually had an arc where they talked about their future life together and made decisions about what comes next. At the same time, we also saw some hardcore Homelander supporters changing their perspective toward Annie after she saved those people. So will America's public finally start supporting Annie instead of Homelander? Fans have followed this series for 7 years now. At this point, people are simply asking for one proper closure. Now, the real question is, what exactly are they going to pack in the finale?